Check out the new Psychroptic album that drops on Friday.
Psychroptic?
Psychroptic. Starts with a P. It's called Divine Counsel.
Sounds stupid, but all right.
It's very, very good. He will enjoy it a great deal. And what do you mean sounds stupid, Mary?
This is
something nice that you're doing for your boyfriend, with whom you cohabit.
Psychoptic.
P-S-Y-C-R-O-P-T-I-C.
Oh, like Psy from Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style. I don't even remember that song. Was that right? Gangnam Style. I don't know. He goes into the Six Flags song. Mm-hmm. No, he'll enjoy them if he's not familiar with them already. They're Australian. They're dropping a new album on Friday.
Got it.
And he might be very interested to find out.
For the texter yesterday,
a little bit of the new stuff right there.
Who asked if my boyfriend was in that band.
Sanguine Moon.
He was in that band in high school.
That's a weird thing to make up. Yeah, I mean, that's...
Well,
I didn't doubt him.
He's like, it had to have been one of the other people in the band. He's like, we were young when we were in that band.
Did he ever do anything other than drum? Was he ever in front?
No,
he wasn't a singer?
Always a drummer, yeah.
Well, and I was in a lot of bands too, but the fun part is to go, what was the worst band you were in? Like, you knew it wasn't that great.
Same as the best band I was in.
Squire Masonry.
Yep.
No band.
One band.
But you wanted to be playing music in front of people if you were lucky. You know, it was a house party or something.
His band that I liked the best was called The Wheel. And
The Wheel.
The Wheel. Yeah. It was more like bluesy kind of rock. And their singer, I guess, was kind of a... he wanted to do his own thing, and he like moved to LA and was kind of always skipping out. From what I hear, he like couldn't get his stuff together here, so he left. But he was like, we were good. Like when we would play, we would get recognition.
He goes, I can't get it together in Ohio, so I'm going to go to a place better for my mental health. Los Angeles, California.
Right.
If I can make it there. Well, there's a Finnish prog band that I like, Cold Wheel.
Oh.
They're real good. I'm not familiar with
Maybe it's this one.
The Wheel. Let me ask you this. Is your boyfriend from Finland?
No, but he always finishes. Hey!
Yeah! All right, man.
Oh, that's so gross.
Bill, she's talking about sperm.
Hey.
Mary.
Penalty for early withdrawal.
What kind of humor? Ugh.
I know. How low of me.
Mm-hmm. Message off of the iHeartRadio app. If you listen to us there, you see a little button, leave quick messages.
Hey, guys. They kicked me off a trip to the opera because I got caught with a bottle of vodka at lunchtime. One of those little mini airline bottles. So yes, the school can make decisions. I missed out on the opera just because I wanted to be cool with my friends at lunchtime.
That seems like an okay trade-off. I don't know what the opera was. Was it Carmen or Figaro or...
But was it... Were you already there and they sent you home, or they just said you can't go? Yeah, that sounds... That's easier to do than to send you home once you're already at the location.
I see. Yeah. We brought you to La Traviata, and here you are with vodka. Don't you know this is an Italian opera? How dare you bring that commie potato juice in here, you son of a bitch. Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Your Cleveland Guardians are set to take the field, their own. They call that home field advantage. Tonight against the Arizona D-Bags. They beat them last night. Extra long game, 11 innings. You didn't go, did you?
No.
6-5 was the final last night. Guardians are trying to get to the top of the division. They are hot on the heels, I might add, of the Minnesota Twins. My White Sox are in the third spot there at exactly 500, 51 wins and 51 losses. But the Guardians are within like a game.
One game, yeah.
Of being the top in the AL Central. So it's an exciting time to be a Cleveland Guardians fan.
Agreed.
One of our housemates when we were in Jersey was like, what's with the Guardians? And I had to explain the name thing. Mm-hmm. Except it's well-tread ground at this point. You know, it was such a huge story in sports that it went beyond the confines of Cleveland. You didn't have to be local to know what was going on there. So I thought, well, maybe they're just trying to make small talk. But it is interesting that, we were sitting at a couple of different bars, and there was always a Yankee game on.
Well, yeah, you're in Jersey.
That's right.
That's where all the Yankee
I
fans
said, hey, where's the White Sox game, man? Did you watch any of Keith Hernandez getting his, Mr. Met, getting his jersey retired?
No, I didn't see any of that.
I like Keith Hernandez. You know, he was on, he was a cast member on a show called Seinfeld for many years. And his catchphrase was, nice game, pretty boy.
Oh. Thank you for sharing.
Come on. Hey, Mandy.
Hey.
What's going on?
Not much. I just wanted to call and disagree with the last caller. I was actually in 8th grade. Me and two of my friends were caught smoking. We were caught being under the influence of marijuana. We got suspended.
Wait a second. So you're clarifying that you had already smoked marijuana. You were already high, and they caught you after you were high.
Yeah, they knew that. Yeah, we were busted. We were caught being under the influence of marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
So we get suspended. We have to walk down to our lockers with security to get our stuff. When they opened up the lockers, they realized that we kept the roaches, the paraphernalia.
Yeah.
So then our suspension turned to an expulsion of 90 days. So I turned around and appealed it and was back in school the next week.
Yeah, but if there's a time limit, then it's still a suspension, right?
Well, I mean, I guess, but I don't even think it would have went the entire week. It took a little bit of time to push paperwork once my parents decided to appeal it.
I see. Mm-hmm. And what was your defense to the school? What got you reinstated?
It's a plant, man.
It's a plant, bro.
It grows in the ground.
God didn't want us to smoke it. He would have put it on Mars, bro.
I know, bro.
And so seriously, what did you tell them? What was your appeal? What did that consist of?
I don't remember. I was in the 8th grade, and I was kind of a burnout because I don't remember too much
she was high. She was in the 8th grade, and she was high. Yeah, she's like, I don't remember, man, but I bet it was pretty good.
I know this is going to burn a lot of bottoms, but I'll just say it. I was also the sergeant's daughter. So
you were the what?
The sergeant's daughter.
That's that John Travolta movie where they're investigating the...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, then there you go, the sergeant's daughter. You're burying the lead, Mandy.
I got away with it, though.
No daughter. Yeah, but you didn't get away with it. Your dad walked in and kicked some ass.
He's like, hey, this appeal's going to go through, just so you know.
Yeah. Boy.
I finished out 8th grade. I finished out high school.
8th grade. Oh, my God. I was trying to get some tongue from girls in the 8th grade. Jeez. Mandy's over there sicking her cop dad on the school administration because she's hiding the roaches. They check in, but they don't check out. Okay, but are you? Do you still smoke, Mandy? Is the pertinent question here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. And do you have your own children that you can admonish?
Oh, you know what? That burns me because, he's 6 years old, and I would bust his ass if I caught him smoking.
Oh, yeah. If you catch your 6-year-old smoking weed, there's going to be a bigger conversation than your grandpa is going to go back over there and read them the riot act.
Right, but no, I mean, seriously, even when he's a teenager, I don't want him. I don't know. It's just there's so much more I would have finished and done with school, and I don't want to get into that. But, maybe if I wasn't smoking in the 8th grade, I would have actually finished and did something.
Oh, I see.
I didn't smoke marijuana until I was 25 years old, and I was still an idiot in school. So don't even worry about that. Like, there's people that were doing drugs and getting a lot of stuff done.
So you sound regretful of it, Mandy.
No, you know what? Now I'm going to go in the house and roll one up just because we're...
I'm going to go roll one up.
Yeah. All right. Well, then I will let you go, Mandy. Thank you. I like how she just, as a postscript, she goes, oh, also, my dad was a cop. Mm-hmm. Okay. There was no more annoying kid in school than the kid whose dad was a cop. Because he was never around when you needed him, but boy, he was always there to get his kid out of hot water. What?
And the kid was always bad.
I was going to say, or the girl was always the girl that wanted to be with all the boys, and I'm not going to call them whores or anything like that because...
I'm just going to say I'm not going to, but I'm going to imply it intensely.
Nah, forget that. There might be some listening, and they're like, hey, it's my daughter. I don't know. but it was always the girls that always wanted to get the guys in trouble. Like, always, hey, do you want to come over to my house after school? Absolutely not. Your dad's the cop.
I mean, that didn't stop me. I went over to a girl's house whose dad was a cop.
No.
Young girls don't need to entrap young boys.
But it was always...
There's one thing that we're desperate for, and...
But it was always the worst type of, like, my thing was the white girls that loved me, because I had a lot of mixed girls that loved me and black girls that loved me, but the white girls that loved me, their dads were always racist. So they felt like I was like the past, like, oh, I'm sure my dad would be okay with you coming over. I'm like, no, I'm not going over to your house. You openly told me that your dad is racist. He does not like black people. Why would I come over to your house when he's not home? No.
She's like, you're one of the good ones. We had some brownies, and I think that we're dead. Could you come over and investigate if we're dead?
I was just telling Bill in the break, I was like, now that I'm sober, when I take one Benadryl and it knocks me on my ass like this, and I think about the sheer amount of drugs and alcohol I used to do, I was like, I probably would have been fine with 2 drinks. But like, or
Benadryl's kicking your ass
right,
now.
a half a pop brownie probably did it, but I would have 2 just to be, you know.
I feel like the first time I smoked, I didn't get high, or I don't think I was doing it properly. My friends would like invite me over, and everyone else was smoking, and I didn't want to be like the lame. I didn't want to be like the straight edge. So I'm like, all right, I'll take a little puff. And they're like, you're holding it wrong. I'm like, okay, so I hold it. And they're like, put your finger over the hole. I'm like, okay, I put my finger over the hole. And they're like,
and that advice has served him well in a variety of situations.
You're holding it wrong. Put your
finger over the hole.
And they're like, suck, but not too hard. And I'm like, all right. And then they're like, do you feel anything? I'm like, no. They're like, give me my stuff. You're wasting it. So then they stop asking me to come over and smoke.
I got high and drunk for the very first time in the same week when I was 15.
It's like losing your virginity.
And I said, I prefer being high to being drunk, because I didn't drink again for another 11 years.
It was with the same friend where you got sick over his house?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that friend was a bad influence.
No, he was a good influence, because he was able to help me discern which of my highs was going to be more enjoyable. If you can't handle your high, no matter what that is, you got to move on. And for me, I got crazy drunk on red wine, and I go, this sucks.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, I'm never doing this again, and then next Friday you're getting drunk again. I didn't drink till I was 26. I started smoking weed when I was 15.
I don't think I got drunk till I was like 19 and in college, because I couldn't buy alcohol, so we had to have a plug. And I give her my hard-earned college dollars, and this bitch goes through the drive-thru and gets me like a Smirnoff Ice. I said, "What is this?"
College dollars.
I said, "What is this?"
I was 21. I was in the Philippines on my Mormon mission, and I drank a San Miguel beer, and it was weird tasting.
Yeah, I bet.
I mean, it tastes like beer. It was fine.
I can't remember.
But I just don't know. I'd never had beer before, so I was like, oh, people, this is what they're drinking? But I drank like 2 or 3. I didn't get super drunk. But
2 or 3?
I felt good, yeah.
Wow, look at you. Because that's a Filipino beer.
Yeah.
San Miguel.
Yeah.
I think it was the first time. Man, there's a lot of early memories of drinking, but I think the first time I had alcohol, we were at my friend's house, and her dad like worked a lot, so he just stayed in the back of the house and never came into the front. So the 3 of us who basically lived there, we would go in the back while he was at work and steal his Heineken.
Yeah.
So the first time I ever had alcohol, like 3 14-year-old girls, we all like split a Heineken. I think I've told the story
before. And that's a good beer too.
Where we would smoke paper. We thought we were cool, so we would take notebook paper and rip it and like fold it up and be like, I need to go smoke. And we'd like go outside and smoke our paper and drink our dad's Heineken.
All the toxins that you're putting into your body for no reason.
Smoking paper and drinking Heineken. Mm-hmm. Really opposite ends of the spectrum. You're drinking a real beer and smoking loose leaf paper with nothing in it.
Nothing in it.
Got this mead?
Yeah, we didn't put... Wait a minute. Is this double line? Double spaced? What is this? College rule?
College rule?
Got the college rule. Icky.
Yeah.
Can we get some... Is it time for a hot celebrity goss?
Oh, yeah.
Can we get hot goss?
Yeah,
okay.
Hot celebrity gossip with Perez, This is Hot Celebrity Gossip with Perez, Bilton. Ooh.
Yeah, Perez Bilton was off the radar for a while, and I'd be lying if I didn't say that I was happy that he's returned with some hot goss.
Oh, yeah, got all the hot goss. Let's start with Euphoria star Sydney Sweeney. She's facing backlash over a statement she made about how she doesn't make enough money to take a 6-month break from acting should the need arise. According to inside sources, pretty much everyone else on the planet said, "Wah, wah, bitch, we're all living paycheck to paycheck."
Wow. Harsh. Now, are those Perez Bilton's words or are those people's words?
That's inside sources.
Oh, inside sources.
Talk to almost everyone on the planet.
Right.
And relayed that back to Perez Bilton.
Got it.
That's how it works. Mm-hmm. All right. Justin Bieber returned to a live performance for the first time after his bout with Ramsay Hunt syndrome, a virus that left half his face temporarily paralyzed. Bieber performed in Italy and seemed to be his old self. According to inside sources. Bieber is happy to be back on tour where he only has to deal with viruses that a shot of penicillin can clear up.
Inside sources.
Yeah.
Get a little drippy deep.
Yeah.
And finally, Dua Lipa has apologized to her fans after an unplanned fireworks were set off at an indoor venue during her show in Toronto. 3 people suffered minor injuries and no one needed to be hospitalized. But according to inside sources, one international concert attendee was so scared when the fireworks went off that they had to Dua Lipa to safety.
Uh-huh.
And that's all.
And that's all.
This is Hot Celebrity Gossip with Perez Bilton. Ooh.
And that's all. There you go. That's Perez Bilton,
yeah.
boy. He gets in and he gets out, right? He's out there getting new information.
Inside sources.
He doesn't have time to be dicking around. Scoop. That's right. The hot goss. Mm-hmm. I got a break. If you want to send a text to me for something, 35192, AlanCoxShow.com. Get us there. And if you're listening on the iHeartRadio app, you can leave messages as